Good evening from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Friday. I had a long day. It's after 8 p.m. and I've got baby chicks. Let's start right off with some baby chicks. I'm going to end up with 11 baby chicks. There were 24 eggs that I put into the incubator. As a recap, 15 of those eggs were brown eggs. Those that are hatching will be first generation olive eggers. 9 of those eggs were whiting true blue purebred eggs. So of the 11 that I have, 10 of the 15 olive eggers hatched, but only 1 of the 9 whiting true blue eggs hatched. And I moved those 9 eggs from the bigger incubator into the smaller incubator, so when they hatched I would know which ones were which. And you know, I've got my guesses, and I think that was probably not a smart idea to shuffle around eggs. Maybe I should have. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on that very much, other than to learn my lesson and give something else a shot next time. So one of the 9 white and true blue eggs did hatch successfully. There were 3 other eggs that started to hatch, but they just did not make it. And yeah, I've got theories. But still happy. Also, I should mention, of those 9 eggs, I think they were all from the same hen, and so that means 9 eggs. Some of those are more than a week old. The older an egg gets, the older an egg gets, the less likelihood of it hatching successfully. So that would explain part of why not all 9 of them developed. I don't know. I'm happy. I've got 10 olive eggers. I have 1 whiting true blue purebred. So where do we go from here? Now, you just saw I've got them in a like a big plastic tote. I've got pine shavings. They've got a heat lamp in there. They've got their water with apple cider vinegar and honey, and they've got their chick feed with a little bit of grit to get them started. So everybody looks healthy today. I went into Russellville today, so I was not here most of the day, so I didn't get much footage of them. But yeah, everybody seems to be very healthy. A couple things I do want to mention is, when baby chicks hatch, they have enough reserves of food and water to last them several days, at least 2 days. For several days. That's how these hatcheries can ship them across the country. You know, they're not putting food and water in there with the baby chicks. So they are very well equipped to make it a few days in the incubator. And the reason why you don't just, you know, as soon as they hatch and dry off, you know, start handling them is, what can happen is, like with my where I'm at in the mobile home, in the incubator, it's like, what, 95 something degrees inside the incubator. Well, that room, I'm not heating it, so it was probably only 50 degrees in there. As soon as I take that cover off the incubator, that completely changes the temperature and their environment in there. What that can do is there's a membrane on the inside of the egg, and so a drastic change in temperature and humidity, that membrane can shrink, and that will create problems for any of the other eggs that are in there trying to hatch. So that's why when you're looking into incubating eggs, and this probably goes for more than just chickens, for chickens on day 18 it's called lockdown. And that's when you, if you've got an automatic egg turner, you take the egg turner off and you just let the eggs sit there, and you put the lid on your incubator and you don't touch it until they're done hatching. And the reason why it's called lockdown is you don't want to you know, stress them out right when they're getting ready to hatch with a big change in their temperature and their environment. So almost that would be the suggestion for hatching chickens anyway, is to go on lockdown on day 18 and then do not open that incubator until you think they've all hatched. So yeah, that's the deal on there. And now they're going to stay inside with their heat lamp for a couple weeks. Then they'll be moving outside where number 2 and her 8 chicks are. With the heat lamp, I'll move them outside in well, within the next couple weeks, and that means I'll be moving number 2 and her chicks into another chicken coop and combining a couple flocks back there on the back to Eden garden, and yeah, stuff is going. I also have to consider which eggs I'm going to put in the incubator next. I'll probably wait a week or so, and then we'll go at it again, because, you know, I've only got the one brooder. So if I can get a rotation going, you know, 21 days in the incubator, you know, a couple weeks inside, and then by that time the ones that are in the brooder are big enough to move along to another flock, and we'll see how that goes. Just keep it coming along every once a month or so. Okay, I guess that's about it on the baby chicks. Yep. Yeah, I went into town today. Here's something real quick I did, then I'll talk about it. Alright, went to Russellville today. I knew a guy giving away a futon, and I knew a neighbor who needed a futon, so I'm delivering a futon. I went into Russellville today. It's a little bit over an hour away. And one of the things I did was rehomed that futon. It was offered to me. Somebody's doing some reshuffling around and didn't need it anymore, and it was offered to me. But I've got a tiny cabin, emphasis on the tiny, so I couldn't use it here. But I thought of somebody else, one of my neighbors, who could use it. So yeah, and they wanted it, so that made the trip to Russellville even more worth it. I did my usual other stuff, and yeah, Russellville is about an hour. Unless you get stuck behind a tractor, then it can take a little bit longer. And I got stuck behind one today. And now I'll take a look at the other driving footage that I got, and I'll end the video with more driving footage if any of it turned out alright. I got some on the way home, mountains, and as the sun was setting. You'll see it if there's anything good in there. So yeah, busy day, busy yesterday with dealing with baby chicks. Oh, the one, how do I know which one is the white and true blue? Well, luckily it's the only one with the chipmunk racing stripe things. So I'll insert a photo here. This is the one white and true blue. So right now it's the only one that looks like that. I should be good for a couple weeks. What I did is I picked up some pipe cleaners today. That was one thing that was suggested to use as like a leg band. Anyway, but you know, they grow so fast that you've got to keep your eye on it every couple days, and So I did the pipe cleaner on its leg, and I'll keep my eye on it, and we'll see how that works. But right now I can tell visually which one is the Whiting True Blue, and the other 10 are the first generation olive eggers. And yeah, some interesting mixes in there, some dark ones and some light ones, and it'll be interesting to see how they compare to the 4 that I have with number 2 right now. So okay, that's going to be it for this video, except if there's footage after this. I've got a busy couple days. I've got a busy weekend coming up. I don't know how much filming I'll get done or when it would come out, but anyway, thanks for watching. Take her easy, everybody, and hopefully there's some interesting footage here at the end. Have a great weekend!